Welcome back. It is Monday, August 15th, 2022. This is Chris's Comments, Chris's Predictions edition. Yeah, another prediction that technically we can all see coming around the corner. However, this one pertains to two areas that not many people are really looking at. And that's what I'm hoping is what differentiates me from the other shows. Okay? We're going to start off with the other side of the world over on Hong Kong. Something noted on CNN that wasn't published not too long ago, and I don't remember who it was that did the reporting, but it's going to be about this article concerning population, and then I'm going to dive into the depths of the story. Okay, it goes, Hong Kong suffers biggest drop in population as exodus accelerates from 7.41 million to 7.29 million. It's a 1.6 decrease in population. Now, Hong Kong has reported its sharpest annual drop in population, with experts blaming the decline on strict COVID control measures and a political crackdown that has taken the shine off of the financial hub, long advertised as Asia's World City. Asia's World City. Wow. All right. The first thing I'm going to talk about is experts claim this and that, blah, blah, blah. But it's obvious, given that what happened to the Uyghurs, we know how the population actually declined. You know, mass arrests, mass incarcerations, mass enslavement, mass disappearances. That we know that there's nothing missing about them. They were just plain murdered. Okay. So experts, I don't know what experts they're talking about. They're either clueless or they're paid to tell us, we the average ordinary people, that it's got something to do with this thing and that thing and nothing to do with the abuse of powers. Now, this is all going to be leading to the promotion of Hong Kong, but it's not until after it's official, the foot is officially put down, stomped on China, CCP's idea of taking over Taiwan. Okay, because taking over Hong Kong was easy. It's right at the shores of China. Taiwan's a little bit more into the waters, and it's a heck of a lot more important as a trader's hub. Taiwan was easy to control because there just isn't any military. Police were following orders of the Chinese Communist Party and the military. They were actually being forced out of the way. If they were to try to keep law and order, it just wasn't going to happen. So now, after Hong Kong got taken, CCP wants Taiwan. Problem is, Taiwan is not only not giving in, but they're getting support from us over here in the West, which complicates things. It slows down immensely what CCP wants, if not just plain abruptly stops what CCP is trying to do. And that's take over another $1 trillion island, just like the way it did with Hong Kong. Hong Kong's estimates is always nothing less than $560 billion per year, which you can round up to 600 billion and change, because this is all before COVID and all this good stuff, when it was just this thriving island. Okay, and that's with China, 560 billion plus per year with China alone. Okay, 380 plus billion dollars per year with the world. You can round that up to about 400 billion, just simply because of loose money and such. But the world would profit off of this as well. Now, I did not get a chance to know how much America was profiting, but it's up there. It's in the hundreds of millions of dollars out of that 380. So you're looking at 600 billion plus 400 billion. Those are all rounded up numbers, but nevertheless, even if it wasn't just $1 trillion, it's up there. It's close to. So it's Hong Kong is $1 trillion a year business. $1 trillion a year island that's ready for all businesses that go there. CCP took it over under unification, Chinese unification, and just ruined everything there. It's now a worthless island. I mean, nobody even wants to go touring in those places. Nobody wants to vacay. That being said, because the money that is no longer achievable, and then to top it all off, not capable of getting Taiwan, CCP now has this worthless island that they have to start promoting. And one of the things they're doing, they're going to go back to, keep the low tax rates and lure more than likely just communist countries. However, if the price is right, there's no doubt that various parts of the world, even from here in the West, will still rent harbors or buy land and all this good stuff out of Hong Kong. And that's the prediction right there. That's the prediction. CCP is going to step out to one side and just let Chinese investors work deals to show that Hong Kong is still a great place to do business on, despite the fact that there's tons of killed, incarcerated people, and citizens that were already making hundreds of billions of dollars for the world to make, and that 600 billion that went straight to China. It's pretty obvious that that's the sole reason why they confiscated. They're the ones that profited the most off of that island, so they wanted to take that whole island, and they did. They took it. They killed a lot of people in the process, and they had a lot of ties broken off with them for their acts of cruelty. Now, I bring this up because of the simple fact that this article is about Hong Kong's population, not about the crap that's still going on. This article is about the experts that are claiming, oh, it's all COVID, people. It's all COVID restrictions forcing everybody to stay indoors. And it's about political crackdown, which basically means that all of the Hong Kong political leaders, from the presidency all the way down to the governors and all them representatives and everything in their parliament or whatever, they've been replaced with Chinese-based politicians, and they're the ones that are working Hong Kong right now. They're doing everything they can to maintain order and peace and quiet, which is very important. So that way people like you and me, normal, average, everyday people, don't go making these little reminder videos of all the bull crap that's going on over there in Hong Kong, and why it's wise to keep them away from Taiwan, a $1.6 trillion island for all the world to profit on. So yeah, normally I don't usually talk about something on the other side of the world. I try to keep all the problems related here in Texas. I try to keep all issues here in Texas, because here in Texas, it's my land, it's my state. And everybody that looks at Texas does nothing but spit and devalue it, as opposed to myself, who points out the bad things that are happening, but it's out of love for my Lone Star State. It's for somewhere down the line we come up to a good positive outcome. That being said, here's something that doesn't really pertain to Texas itself, because it's happening in Arizona. But another part of this upcoming political promos is the thing that's going to be taking place actually not far down the line. The Hong Kong thing, come on down to Hong Kong and invest and make your investments. It's all hush hush over here. Your accounts are safe and all this stuff. That's what we're going to be expecting another couple of months down the line. Particularly while everybody here is focused, more than likely during the holidays, when everybody's focused on sharing and caring for each other, rather than looking at what's going on the other side of the globe. That's usually, in my opinion, that's when it's best going to be starting. That's my prediction. Here in Texas, based off of what's going on in Arizona, starting with this insider.com report, parents arrested and tased after attempting to get into an Arizona elementary school under lockdown due to a report that a man with a gun tried to open a locked door. Okay, now that's a long ass title, so I'm not going to reread that. I'm going to carry into it though. Ranch Elementary in El Mirage, Arizona, was placed under lockdown on Friday morning at 10:30 a.m. after someone reported seeing a man with a gun near the school. 3 parents, one of whom had a firearm, were arrested outside the school after they became confrontational towards the officer. 2 of the parents were tased with the stun gun by the officers, and 1 was taken to the hospital for treatment. Okay? That has nothing to do with the gunman. The gunman was not there, and I'll get to that. But here's the situation with the parents. Lieutenant Jimmy Chavez with El Mirage Police. Several parents continued with their agitation. They made several statements that they were going to come on campus to protect their kids. As a parent, I understand that philosophy. However, there are procedures law enforcement and school are following. That's his statement. During the lockdown, the police officers found a suspicious package outside the school, which explosives technicians determined was not explosive. It was a dud. The suspect, who attempted to enter the school through the exterior door but fled, was later in police custody and is being evaluated by mental health professionals. Something that's been, demanded for several times over here in Texas. Now, here's the promo that leads my Texas governor in keeping and holding office. Okay, here's my prediction. Abbott's going to use this incident, the incident in Arizona, as an example to his reasoning as to why he will continue with his worthless plans and not focus on serious matters like gun control. Keeping the hands out of the wacky people. Okay. The emergency crisis plan is still worthless given the results as compared to with Arizona, who actually did everything according, even with, I'm not even sure if that's correct with tasing the parents. I'm not really sure that was a smart thing to do. A review would definitely have to be taken in place, and would have to be investigated to see as to whether or not the parents were actually in the way or not. Now, here's the thing. Abbott will abuse his power and thrive up to control at the taxpayers' expense until he's out of office. No, he can't force him into exile. Here's the thing: the difference between El Mirage and Uvalde here in Texas, El Mirage in Arizona. The difference between the two is that the emergency plan worked, but not without the suspect fleeing the scene, as opposed to here in Texas, where not only the gunman did not flee the scene, He stayed until he was finally shot down 77 minutes later. Okay? He stayed and was a continuous life-taking threat from the time he entered to the time he was killed. Those are two huge differently scenarios. These are two hugely different scenarios that could have wound up as another massacre over there had that guy in Arizona had the balls. Plain and simple. And I don't mean to sound rude, but it's true. Here in Texas, we get the wackies, we get the crazies, we get the ones that will go as far as doing what happened in Uvalde at Robb Elementary. Ranch Elementary, however, in El Mirage, Arizona, had nothing of the such. The guy fled the area. It's quite possible, and I wouldn't put it past it. You know, I don't think anybody should hold it against me in thinking in this way. It's quite possible that the guy already left, the police knew, and that's the only real reason why they took the time to tase the parents. I mean, unless they were just as cowardly as the cops in Uvalde, or just as, determined to have SWAT show up or riot control show up before entering and facing off with the gunmen. But if that's not the case, then I'd like to go back to my first assumption that they knew that there wasn't a gunman there, so they felt it a-okay to go ahead and tase 3 parents. One of them who had a firearm. One of them who could have participated. But that's just my assumption. My prediction is that my worthless governor, Greg Abbott, is going to use this as an example to emergency situation, because he's got everybody checking this. His new emergency plan is to make sure everybody checks the doors to make sure that they're locked and that they can lock and that there's locks and that the doors can close and that they're all closed and that they're all working, functionable doors. He's investing millions and millions, if not hundreds of millions of dollars to a contingency plan involving doors and nothing but that. And he's saying it's to make us all safe. It says it's all a part of keeping us safe. The majority of my Texas believes him. And he's going to, in a couple of days, in a couple of weeks from now, he's going to be using this example as his prime example and just saying, look, my plan works. Y'all see how it worked in Arizona. Y'all saw how it worked there. So you know it's going to work here in Texas. And get this, the majority of my Lone Star State is going to actually believe him. Because they believe everything that he says. We of common sense on common ground down here in Texas are actually very, very outnumbered by those that just simply follow like sheep. Like suckers. They believe this crap. So yeah, that's my prediction. It's upcoming political promos. One over in Hong Kong in reference to the Chinese, not Chinese, but CCP takeover of Hong Kong. They're going to be trying to lure more businesses back in there to make it back to a highly functioning, multi-billion-dollar, $1 trillion a year island. They need that money. All countries need money. They need it big, and they need it as soon as possible. And so they're stopped at Taiwan. They can't control it, but they can control Hong Kong, where they're going to be giving low rates and all this stuff and trying to lure more businesses back in onto their property or onto that island, which is stolen property. Which again, big props go to our government and our current leaders who are saying, hell no, it's stolen property, go away, stay out of our business, because you're not getting any of ours. And yeah, I understand that also means recognizing Biden. I don't give a damn. I don't care. It's all under his watch. This is what's going on, and I'm giving props to him. I'm giving props to him for this crap that's going on over there. He's not catering to the CCP. He's not catering to anybody over there, and I appreciate him for that. So yeah, this upcoming, and take a look at it. I can't predict what time it's going to happen. I know it's more than likely going to be around the promotions for the upcoming election, and I can predict this winter, maybe even as early as the fall, that China will, not so much China, but the CCP will promote business with Hong Kong, business on Hong Kong soil. But yeah. Oh. Excuse me. Sorry. It's all cloudy days, so I feel like taking a nap. But yeah, for right now, that's pretty much what I'm doing. That's the reason for Chris's comments. Chris's prediction addiction. I might be addicted to it. It could be an addiction, these predictions. But yeah, the upcoming political promos. So y'all take care. Y'all take it easy. Right now, the whole world is looking at Pelosi still visiting Taiwan. They're saying it's a bad omen. It's not long before the History Channel comes up with another Secrets Decoded out of the Bible. And Pelosi's visit to Taiwan is one of those bad omens. It's not going to be long before, before we're already destroyed by China. We were destroyed back in June, whatever. But yeah, these are the predictions right now, and you got, we still got some crap going on in Ukraine. And everybody's like, how could this happen? How could this happen? Hello, they're being invaded by Russia. We got a lot of stuff here and there, and everybody's saying we're all doomed. Well, I'm not the one that's saying that. I am, however, saying you're going to hear a little bit more of it, but it's not going to be without these promos that's coming up. So that's the long and the short of it, and that's where I want to stop right now. I want to catch up on some. I'm going to close my eyes for a little bit before going back to work, and I hope y'all had a great day at working. I mean, unless they let you watch this on your job. Cool. But even if they don't, when you get back home and you got this thing going on right now, while you're getting dressed for, getting ready to go out, or while you're doing your cooking or whatever, whatever the reasons, I thank you for paying attention. I thank you for noticing, and I hope to hear from you, or see that you're still watching the show and everything like that. Normally, I'm talking about some kind of incident that took place. This time, I'm talking about a prediction promo that's coming up in the fall and throughout the winter, and maybe even sooner than that, but more than likely around the time that that we're all focused on something else, So, because let's face it, Hong Kong, the takeover of Hong Kong took place while we were in lockdown because of COVID-19, when we didn't know how to handle it. That was more important. So this thing went by and just went right underneath the world's noses, So there's no doubt in my mind that that the promotions and all this stuff is going to be going on, and hoping that you all forgot what they did in order to make it this wonderful place. Hoping that they all forgot what here in Texas, what they didn't do in order to make these emergency plans truly the best plans in the world. Despite the fact that it didn't work the first time, it didn't work at all. To be technical about it, in Arizona, it didn't even work in Arizona because the guy fled. So the gunman ran away. So there was no there was no apprehension and fighting off, and there was no emergency people surrounding the school and stopping him from killing anybody and all this stuff. Nothing like that happened. He just tried opening up a door, couldn't get in, so he ran away and got caught down the street. And my worthless governor is going to say, see, this is what we have locked doors for, and routine checks, and undercover agents, and all this other crap, subject to inspections, you know, and all at the taxpayer's expense, you know. It's worth every penny. Yeah. But, yeah, this is the crap that's going on, and it's going to be, well, it isn't going on yet. This is my prediction. And I hope y'all get to see it. If you have any predictions, email me, let me know. I don't have an office line, so you can't text. This section is YouTube, so you can throw something in the comments section if you'd like. What do you see happening? What do you foresee happening with the way things are going right now? And please, no doomsday bullcrap, okay? Get serious, all right? Be real. Be realistic about this, you know. Mine is the upcoming promos, which is exposing the corruption that's going on and all this good stuff, and the attempts to, where the attempts to the corruption, another attempt at corruption. And you really can't blame them. You really can't blame them. Hong Kong got taken and nobody went over there to stop it. We were all trying to figure out how to stop COVID, you know. Now we're all pitching in together to do our part to stopping Taiwan from being taken over after the damage has been done over in Hong Kong, you know. But, you know, we nobody, I don't think any of us saw it happening. And now we got this situation that took place in Arizona, you know, and so every single repug state is going to be coming up with this thing about locked doors and all this other stuff, and the majority of my fellow here in Texas, the majority of the people are going to believe it. They're going to think that it's the greatest idea, the best solution ever. And this is what I'm talking about. Give me a prediction. Let me know what you're looking at in your town or city or state, county, country, whatever. Let me know what you're seeing, and then share with me what you think is going to happen. And again, if you can do that, cool. If you can't, don't worry about it. This is all for entertainment purposes only. You know, I'm not trying to I'm not waving a banner or anything. I'm just letting everybody out there know what's going on. Everything from the situation at hand all the way down to the foolish people that believe that this is for the better. Okay. Again, I'm not waving a banner. I'm just letting you all know what's going on and making my prediction and hoping that you find it just as entertaining as I do. Okay. Let me know what you think. Let me know what kind of stuff is going on and where you think it's going. And again, no doomsday crap. Doomsday is for, you know, scary stuff. I don't know. Doomsday is just for the ordinary crowd. We're not ordinary. We're different. All right. That's it right now. I'm going to stop now. And y'all take care. Y'all take it easy. Stay safe out there. Remember, there's still monkeypox and all that crap. So just stay hygienic and keep taking care of yourselves, okay? This is Chris with Chris's Comments, the Chris's Prediction Edition, signing out.